I think I might have sold my Myria tokens right at the bottom, but I have a plan to buy back in. Welcome back to Bearman Crypto, where we talk all things crypto. So this is just a follow-up to my previous video on Myria. So my plan initially was to purchase the tokens ready for the node sale, and then obviously once the node sale had gone live, to use those tokens to purchase the node. Obviously things didn't go to plan. Obviously this is crypto. Things will rise and fall, and in this case the token price of Myria fell, and I panicked and sold most of my tokens. So just a quick dive into Myria itself, if you haven't seen my previous video. So Myria is essentially a L2 gaming ecosystem. Their token went live literally a couple of weeks ago, and the node sale went live about a week ago. And since then, the price of Myria, the token itself, hasn't done great. And in this video, I'm just going to look at where the token price is and where I'm looking to buy back in, and what my strategy is when I do buy back in. But if we have a look at Myria itself, so this is a gaming ecosystem that is, I would say it's probably looking to try and rival Gala games. I'm not saying that it will be able to rival them, but obviously some of the projects that they're working on look pretty interesting. They've got a lot of games in development, and if only just one of those games takes off, who knows where that can take Myria itself. They've got loads and loads of games in development. They've got obviously this one with a cricket legend in the making. So that game is in the process of being made at the moment. So that will be interesting when it does come out. When you look at some of these in terms of what just the screenshot of the game, it does look appealing. But obviously that's without an actual game to trial. Who knows how it will pan out? But I think it just makes it interesting to just pay attention to some of this, because you never know what can literally take off. They've also got a NFT marketplace that's already live. You can see here there's multiple various NFTs which are available to basically buy. And in terms of their Twitter, so today they actually announced that so obviously the token went live. The nodes have been on sale. So at the moment, the nodes, they haven't flown off the shelf. When I last checked, the nodes were priced at $4,505. So it hasn't gone up massively. So there's still plenty of opportunity to buy these nodes. And I think there is definitely going to be opportunity to buy them at some point. You just have to be patient and have a strategy in terms of how you're potentially going to accumulate tokens to buy the node if you're interested in the node, or if it's just holding the token itself for future upside. So aside from that, they've got obviously they announced today that they're going to have protocol fees going live at some point. Obviously that will be distributed to node holders, or partially distributed to node holders. And if you're interested, there's an article, you can see the link on their Twitter page in terms of where they just talk about what protocol fees are. And here, I think somewhere in the article it mentions that there'll be about Myria will be charging a 2% fee on all secondary trading that take place within the ecosystem. So mainly at the moment, when I think about this trading, this will be mainly around the NFT marketplace at the moment. That's where they will get a lot of these fees generated, I believe, when the NFTs are potentially sold on the secondary market. Obviously not minting, but we're talking about the secondary market, resale market here. And they just talk about the type of opportunity there is with protocol fees. So when that obviously goes live, that will be good for people that are currently holding the node. So as for what happened with me and my sale at the bottom, so you can see here, so when I last did my video, so at the moment we're looking at Myria on the hourly time frame. We can see here when I'd accumulated my tokens originally, this was at 0.0075 was my average roughly, and I'd enough to buy the node, and obviously what happened is we started having a little pump all the way up here up to 0.008. I got a little bit greedy thinking that I could hold a bit longer, and therefore only use some of my tokens to purchase the node. And obviously the price, as you can see, over the next day, or on the day the node sales went live, the price just absolutely dumped. So initially it dumped down to about 0.0056. So where I initially panic sold about 25% of my position, and then obviously the price recovered a little bit, but as you can see then it fell even further, where I then sold another 50% of my position. So at the moment what I'm currently holding is about 25% of what I originally purchased, tokens I purchased to sell the node. So you can see here, since then the price has recovered off the lows here, which was just under, I think the lowest point was just under 0.004 down here. So this is where I initially sold, where I sold basically the majority of my tokens, and the price really has only just recovered slightly, but as you can see here, it recovered slightly, peaked up to just over 0.006, and now we've come back down. So what I'm really looking to do here specifically, obviously not financial advice, I'm gonna wait until this price, it has to, if this is basically support down here that you can see here, the lowest point where I actually sold 50% of my tokens, if that is truly going to be the bottom and support for Myria, the price should potentially come back down here and test this as support before maybe potentially recovering long term. So my strategy is, once the price comes back down to this level, is potentially rebuy back double what I sold down here, and I'll definitely be holding that for a longer period of time, waiting to wait for the price recovery, and then once the price does recover, I'll be potentially looking to repurchase the node. But that's my kind of strategy at the moment. I need to just get confirmation down here that this is definitely support that we can see down here. So I'm looking to really make my buyback at 0.004. So we'll wait and see. Obviously not financial advice. This is just what I'm looking at. But long term, I think Myria will be one of those projects that does great things. Gaming is going to be big in the next bull run. So any projects that are involved in gaming and look interesting, as Myria does, I am going to be definitely accumulating those tokens and holding for the next bull cycle. But that's all I wanted to share with you in this video, and hope you enjoy that content, and I'll see you in my next video.